guys, it's Alainna. Matt and Daryl asked me to film a quick devotional for you guys, so we're just gonna hop right in. The verse I chose was 1 John 4:18, and it says, "There's no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear involves torment. But he who fears has not been made perfect in love." So the first thing I want to point out is that God's love knows no fear. Since fear and love are complete opposite, God's love has no fear in it and no ability to induce fear. I feel like this is very important to point out because a lot of times human love actually induces fear because we're guessing or we're not sure if the person feels the same way or will still love us if they know everything about us. But God does know everything about you, so obviously he loves you no matter what. The second thing I want to point out is that we fear because we haven't fully placed our full trust in God's love. I feel like this is important because since love and fear are the opposites, if we really trusted in God's love, we'd be fearless, which obviously I don't see that happen a lot, especially right now. Since the future is very uncertain, I feel like it's causing people to be very anxious. But the verse says that perfect love, which is the definition of God's love, casts out fear. So when we fully trust in him, we will be fearless and he'll give us the strength we need. The third thing I want to point out is that we can't stop being afraid, but with God's help, we can. So I think this really just points out the fact that we are imperfect and we are sinful. And it really just points out that we need God, which I think is pretty cool because I feel like a lot of times people are just like, oh, don't be afraid. And yes, it may sound easy, but in reality it's not, especially if you really are very anxious about a certain thing. But with God, he can take away our fear very easily. So a few things that we can do to try to erase our fear and put our trust in God is to pray for God to take away our fear. I personally write out prayers, but praying works too, as long as I feel like you're really talking to him and giving up your fear. I feel like it's a lot easier to say, oh, I trust you, but I feel like you need a relationship to trust him with your fear. The second thing we can do is to focus on God's love, to take the focus off of fear. Because obviously, if you're focusing on your fear and not God's love, it's gonna be very easy to be afraid. But if it's the opposite and you're focusing on God's love, you won't have time to focus on your fear because God's love has no fear in it. But that's all I really wanted to say. I hope this video was helpful. I'm actually going to close in prayer. So, dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for all of the lovely people watching. And please help us to take our focus off of fear and focus on your love and trusting you. And help everyone stay safe. In Jesus' name, amen. Bye.